Okay, we will try this again. Unfortunately, the last stream or the game froze and gave me a blue screen of death. So hopefully we won't be too far. Okay, good. We're not too far. And why is it not? Why is it showing my desktop? There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is an old game, so sometimes compatibility issues are going to be
we should be able to use the height
issue.
difference on the edge of the precipice as a takeoff ramp to get to the tunnel on the other side, and then get to the surface.
Sure, that is if you can get the thing started.
Don't worry about that. Back in the days with my band, I always used to repair our old van on tours.
Okay, but wait a second. First, I want to take a closer look at these bodies and maybe figure out what happened here. They were shot.
Hopefully it's not going to
back.
crash this time.
Same as those over there. Looks like Second World War uniforms.
They belong to the Brown Shadow, the fascists who triggered the war before they herded up and massacred millions of innocent people.
Full tank of gas. And it looks as if they were headed for the exit tunnel.
It's like they were ready to head out.
Looks like they were in a hurry, judging from their position.
I wonder how a bunch of World War II fascist soldiers ended up here.
Right. And who killed them just as they were about to ride out of here?
One thing's for sure, though. We've got to give this motorbike a try.
What? What are you saying? You mean you want to jump over the ravine?
Exactly. But the keys aren't on the bodies, I checked. They must be somewhere inside the train. You go and find the keys while I take a look at this motor.
Will do. You'll be okay?
Don't worry, love. I'm sure this beauty and I, we're going to become best friends.
Okay, so hopefully we will find something. We probably need the key to this train car. Okay, there were some other bodies over here. We could check.
What the heck happened here? How in the world did those bodies get here? Let alone the train.
Okay, unfortunately it gave us the same little cutscene as before. Let's go back this way. Okay, I need to get to that other view.
That must be the way out. At the end of that tunnel there.
Okay, I thought there was a... Yeah, I can look here.
Looks like it was caught in a rock slide decades ago. Crazy to think that no one's found it. Until today.
Okay, let's go ahead and enter. If you get stuck, you can listen to a hint by using the question mark button. Wait for the gauge to be full and click on the button. Okay. Okay, so we've already been in this car, but it didn't give us any
Sorry,
options.
whoever you were, but I need to do a quick search.
Okay, so it is giving us an option this time.
Let's search somewhere else. I don't think I can make any use of that. Nothing interesting here. That must be the shooter.
Okay, unfortunately, we can't take the gun.
One last drink to work up some courage.
Oh, it's a button there. Okay. Brown shadow emblem.
The distinctive symbol of the brown shadow fascists. Many countries have banned it. That's just fine by me.
Okay, so it looks like that was the only thing there.
Let's search somewhere else.
Okay, it's giving us a lot of let's search somewhere else places.
I don't think I can make any use of that.
Thursday, April 5th, 1944. I will be nothing more than a sack of bones by the time you, whoever you are, read this letter. Every day I have learned to be ever faithful to our fatherland and carry out my duty in the name of our illustrious leader. I would not have wanted it any other way. As per my orders, we have managed to accomplish our mission of securing the train in the agreed place of refuge, hidden away from enemy hands. However, due to a landslide, we are cut off from the exit tunnel, so we are condemned to remain here forever with the train, so that High Command can one day revive the secrets it holds. This is a blessing in disguise as the Red Army from the Eastern Front approaches, and we would most likely have been captured anyway. This way, at least, our secret is safe. The troops have been alarmingly disheartened, and so, to save them from betrayal and dishonor, in their moment of folly, I have been forced to shoot them. For I have reason to believe that in their desperation they were planning to try to escape on the motorbike and then run into the enemy to reveal the whereabouts of the train in return for their liberty. I have hidden the ignition key as a matter of form. It now remains for me to do as duty dictates in the name of our leader and our homeland, so that this treasure will remain hidden until High Command is in posture to retrieve it. Yours, Major Christian Sutter.
So this brown shadow officer shot his own men and then killed himself to make sure the train was never found by the Allies. Whatever it holds must be priceless. Strange, the hollow shape. There must have been something in it.
Okay, so we found the keys to the motorbike. There's got to be something else.
One of the keys is still covered in blood. Must be the one for the motorbike. One of the keys is still covered in blood. Must be the one for the motorbike.
Okay, doesn't look like anything else. So let's go to the exit. Okay, unfortunately, I didn't find. Okay,
It
so
hasn't been started for too long. But leave me to it and I'll see if I can get it going. If I can just get it to kickstart, we might be home free.
okay, so there was another lock on the train. Um,
Anything I can do? We haven't got much time.
No, I'm good. Why don't you look around? Maybe inside the train there's something that can help us once we get out of here.
Okay, I'm on it. The key to the carriage.
okay, good. That's exactly what I was hoping would happen. Okay, why does she keep falling down? And seems like I should be able to. Oh, I'm supposed to click. Okay, that's why.
Kate! Your chariot's waiting! Hey! What are you... Holy crap! Wow! This is worth a fortune! I can't believe it! This is gonna come in nicely when we're on the road, babe.
Okay, hopefully there'll be some stuff to grab.
A masterpiece. The Brown Shadow must have loaded it during World War II. It must be priceless. Now I understand why the Brown Shadow wanted to hide the train so badly. There's a veritable fortune in loot here.
Okay, I think that's the same observation.
I hate to think what became of the owners of all these stolen objects.
Oh, that looks like the satchel that uh, Kara had, or was that her name?
Oh my god.
What is it?
It's incredible. You gotta see this.
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty well done. I like the color of the rock face there. Is that what fascinates you?
No, Kate. There! Look! It's right under your nose.
It dates from 1937, apparently, but I can't make out the signature. Cola? Koba or something like that? Anyway, what's so fascinating about it?
You mean you can't see? Take a closer look.
Sorry, you'll have to be more specific, Katusha, because I still can't see.
Look again, there. The girl. She's your spitting image.
Well, you really think she looks like me?
Come on, you gotta admit it's incredible, right?
Either way, I suggest you put it away. We'd better get going.
You should take another look, Kate. It looks just like you.
I don't know what else there is to look at. Did we already look at this one? Did. Looked at that. I think we looked at that.
It's amazing.
Okay, I
Come
think that
on,
was
Kate.
everything.
You gotta admit she looks like you. It must be a sign.
Hold it right there, girls.
All right. You've caught us. But take a look inside this carriage. The train is full of treasure. We can all escape with tons of it. Just look.
Oh no, she's gonna get shot,
Don't
isn't
move.
she?
Listen to me, Simona. You've always been good to us, so why can't we help each other now? We'll be stronger together.
Sure. You've been nice little prisoners. I have nothing against you personally. But why can't I keep the treasure for myself? I could leave this rotten prison. Nobody will know. I could even say you tried to escape, which wouldn't be a lie.
Simona, don't.
Don't take it personally. I just need a change of life. I think you can understand where I'm coming from.
I knew it. I knew it.
My sweet Katusha.
Oh, Kate. Poor Kate. Now you're on your own. With a train full of treasure.
It'll be all right, Katusha.
No. Not for me.
Hush, Katusha.
Listen. That girl in the picture would have been so cool to go looking for her together, wouldn't it?
Nothing's changed. I'm still taking you with.
No. You gotta go. You gotta go and find out before the guards come. Find that girl, all right? Kate? Love you. Remember me, Kate. I'll close my eyes now.
Oh, how did we not get the inquire about the train? What is... Man, I don't know. Just put her in the sidecar.
Over there!
She probably shouldn't have a fire going. It's going to make her easy to track. So, hopefully, it's not going to be a big deal. Music in this game is really well done. Alright, looks like she's on her way to Vaughan. Not sure how she's gonna get across the Russian border, though. Oh, well, I guess she made it. So, yeah. I guess she made it. A little bit of a gap in the story, but that's okay.
Miss Walker? Miss Walker? Ah, there you are.
Anything wrong, Frau Wagner?
I found these for you. They might help you find that Müller shop you asked about.
Thank you, Frau Wagner. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, dear. I'll be at the reception desk if you need anything else.
Alright, throughout the adventure, your objectives will be logged in the diary. You can open it by pressing the diary. Okay, use the phone book on the lounge table.
Right. Guess I'd better start looking for shops called Müller that are likely to sell art supplies.
Pawnbroker paintings. General store. Fishmonger. Bicycle shop. Antiques dealer.
This one could do the trick, I guess.
Alright, right, let's try those two.
It's very calm here. Still haven't bumped into any guests since I arrived yesterday. And that suits me fine.
I don't know why she'd need to inspect the pipes, but let's...
Now I get why they call this part of town the Flower District.
Oh, okay, I guess checking out the plants.
It's very calm here. Still haven't bumped into any guests since I arrived yesterday. And that suits me fine. I get the impression I've seen that before someplace.
Okay, I guess we can go up or down. Here, let's go up first.
Hope it still works.
World War II Remembrance Tour of Vagan as a tribute to the thousands of Vagarans deported or killed by the Brown Shadow during World War II. This remembrance tour will take you to the major locations where wartime horrors took place. We hope you will leave time for some silence as you stroll along this moving walk through history. It will take you to the following locations: the Bridge of Mists, the district that suffered the most from the terrible anti-Vagaran raids in 1938; Remembrance Lane in the Music District, where Vagarans from the ghetto were cold-bloodedly executed along with those who tried to protect them; and finally the Central Train Station, where thousands of innocent people were loaded onto the trains of death. We will remember them. 1. The musical square, currently under renovation, the must-see destination of Vaughan. No one can say they have visited the town if they have not at least seen one of the incredible mechanical concerts. 2. The central station. Whether you arrive or leave from this station, one thing is for sure: its typical architecture is a landmark in its own right. 3. The Antiques District, a destination not to be missed. This district is full of surprises on every corner, just waiting to be picked up by the knowing bargain hunter. The Bridge of Mists, an idyllic view over the Domba, unique architecture, and numerous traditional shops featuring local crafts. This historical monument is not to be missed.
Hans. According to this flyer, he came to Vaughan during one of his trips.
1919 Osterthal, 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 Thal is formed from the dividing up of several states after the defeat during the Great War. Vaughan becomes its capital in a difficult economical climate. 1933, as the Great Depression from the United States reaches its height in Europe, the situation becomes critical in Vaughan, with an unemployment rate exceeding 25%. Vaughan owes its salvation to a strange French inventor by the name of Hans Vorarlberg. This young man, on passing through the town on one of its numerous trips to the east, stayed in Vaughan to mechanize the entire city, which was destroyed by fire, so creating thousands of jobs that boosted the stagnant economy. Before he disappeared as he had appeared, we owe him, uh, notably, the town jewel, the musical square. 1938, after years of growth, Brown shadow fascists annexed Vaughan. There followed a night of murderous raids against the Bulgarian people. 1945, after years of fascist occupation, Vaughan is finally liberated by the Allied forces consisting of Soviet, American, British, and French troops, a victory greatly facilitated by the local network of resistance fighters. 1955, after a decade of being administered by Allied forces, Vaughan, and by extension Osterthal, recovers its full sovereignty and begins to transform its local economy. 1995, Osterthal becomes a member of the European Union. Okay, I think that should be it.
I hope it'll be just as calm when I get back. Wouldn't mind some alone time by the fire. That's not my room. Better not.
I think that's Frau Wagner's room.
A painting of Vaughan. Okay, Mueller, Vaughan.
The meager amount I've managed to save since I escaped from the mine.
That's for the painting. Now all I have to do is find out the address of the shop I need to take it to. I can use the phone book and that map that Frau Wagner left in the living room for that.
Painted in 1937, the signature is quite hard to decipher. It looks like it starts with a K. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything else.
Nice. It seems like a lifetime since I had enjoyed some good old-fashioned comfort. Room might not be as cozy as a you-call yurt, but it's sure more spacious.
Okay, let's just see if there's anything else. Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and exit. Okay, I don't know why I can't look at that map right there. Okay, let's go back this way because I did see something over here. Crazy old computer.
Too many results to trawl through with a computer. Better off using the documents Frau Wagner brought me first.
Vaughan is the capital of Osterthal, a small country in Central Europe with a population of 9 million people. The city is built along the banks of the River Dombre, the third largest river in Europe, and is bordered by the Alps that separate it from Switzerland. As the fourth largest German-speaking city in the world, Vaughan is renowned for its history, with its origin dating back to 6th century, and for its architecture largely influenced by the Art Nouveau movement. Devastated by a fire at the beginning of the 20th century, Vaughan became largely mechanized during its subsequent reconstruction. It since offers numerous curiosities that have fascinated generations of travelers and tourists. Its population, estimated today to be at 1.5 million inhabitants, was subject to a marked decrease during the Second World War. Vaughan, like the rest of Osterthal, was annexed by the fascists of the Brown Shadow. These fascists generally persecuted against the significant local Bulgarian community until the community was wiped out during the genocide set up throughout Europe during the following years. The number of Bulgarian victims from Vagan is estimated at over 100,000. The Iron Taiga refers to a region in Eastern Europe that has remained largely wild. It is mostly known for having been a defense line of the USSR during the Cold War. Soviet forces deployed a large amount of heavy military equipment in the region for the prevention of an eventual attack from the forces of NATO. Much of this equipment was abandoned on the collapse of the Soviet Union and left to rust or to be recycled by scrap metal and arms dealers. The region is rich in salt and includes a number of industrial hamlets that emerged with the expansion of mining. The activity was subject to a strong decline during the perestroika or reconstruction area when the Soviet industrial fabric was sold piece by piece to the private sector. Some mines remained open but became the theater of shady operations linked to organized crime and identity splinter groups.
There must be 3 years worth of emails I haven't read here. Better do some cleaning up.
Ah, that's better.
I wish you could be here with me now, Katyusha. We would have found the shop together.
Katerina Spiridonova, the one-time idol of Soviet's youth, is reportedly missing. The child prodigy, also known as Katyushka, joined the prestigious Soviet choral at an early age. Many were her fellow country folk who shed a tear on hearing her performance on state radio of the famous song that gave her nickname Katyushka, or Katusha. The homonym owes nothing to chance. Indeed, Katyusha's parents, devoted party officials, had planned out her life with the goal of making her the epitome of the model citizen. But on reaching adolescence, Katyusha began to rebel, moving from one more or less radical libertarian group to another. Katyusha ended up supporting every struggle against the established order. She militated for the rights of women, homosexuals, and every oppressed minority in general. A defiance took shape in the early 2000s when Katyusha co-founded a punk group. Their provocative lyrics and parody of cabaret and patriotic songs began finding an echo in circles with a liberal tendency in the West. It would seem that the young woman disappeared in mysterious circumstances a few nights ago after a concert where driving an old van belonging to the band on a country road. The wreck of the vehicle was found at the bottom of a river. However, one police source confirms that Katyusha's body had not been found, but that all the evidence suggests that her body has been carried away by the river. This has been contested by other members of Katyusha's band. The young women claim that their leader's disappearance was mandated by their political enemies to reduce their friend to silence. There is nothing, however, to support this conspiracy theory.
Oh my God, Mom was buried months ago.
Sarah Walker, following a long illness, sadly passed away at the age of 65 on August 23, 2003, involved in the field of culture, especially in opera, as much loved by her neighbors and friends. She leaves behind her happy memories of all who knew her. Sarah was also the mother of the brilliant lawyer Kate Walker, who has not been seen since she left for Europe over a year ago. The burial of Sarah has been postponed by 1 week to give extra time for the news to reach her daughter. It is hoped that Miss Walker will be able to come home to say a last farewell to her mother, Olivia Foster, a long-standing friend of the family, and invites all those who would like to pay the last respects to Sarah Walker to attend the religious service at 2 p.m. on August 28th. Olivia and her husband Dan would like to thank everyone who joins them in their grief, as well as Frank Malkovich and the staff at Mount Sinai Hospital. The Brown Shadow. The Brown Shadow was a term used to designate the wave of National Socialism that swept across Europe in the first half of the 20th century. It first came to light in the 1920s in Central Europe. It rose to power in the 1930s and subsequently won over the rest of Europe, so triggering the Second World War. In addition to civil and military victims of the ensuing conflict, the racist ideology of the Brown Shadow is responsible for genocides that led to the systematic and organized deaths of millions of people. These genocides were carried out in a systematic and relentless manner by the liberation of the victims by Allied forces. Okay, looks like we looked at everything there. Wartime spoils found in clandestine salt mine. The discovery of a clandestine salt mine in the Iron Taiga region has both shocked campaigners of human rights and rocked the art world. It is reported that police descended on the illegal underground enterprise following a tip-off from a former slave, but slave labor was not the only surprise the police had in store. In one of the caverns, they discovered a steam engine with several wagons full of prized wartime spoils. The missing masterpieces and other precious objects of art are said to have been stolen by the Brown Shadow during World War II. The find is estimated to be worth several $100 million. Police Chief Victor Polinsky said the operators and the jailers have been detained and the mine has been dismantled. The slaves have been identified and after a short period of hospitalization will be released to their next of kin. According to one hospital source, many slaves had been reporting that they had not been mining salt as was previously understood, but ivory and strange artifacts. The police have not yet commented on these reports, only stating that the investigation is ongoing. With regards to the stolen art, Polinsky added, once our team of art experts has listed and identified the stolen objects, the difficult task will be to return them to their rightful owners. However, Chief Polinsky and his team might not have to look very far for the owners of many of the items. The authorities have already received hundreds of calls from people around the world claiming to hold proof of stolen family heirlooms and artworks. Okay, I believe that should be everything up here, although I have missed several things along the way.
Oh, hi, dear.
It's busy.
So, Miss Walker, were the documents of any help to you?
To tell you the truth, I haven't had time to look at them yet. But thank you so much for digging them out for me. I'm sure they'll be a great help.
Good. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about your guest house, Frau Wagner?
Oh, I'd be delighted. What would you like to know?
Things seem to be quiet today.
Oh, there's never many guests at this time of year.
Actually, is she a guest too?
Oh, yes. She arrived earlier. An elderly English lady. A former military officer, if I understood correctly. They say she's come on some rather unpleasant business. A burial, from what I can gather. Yes, Miss Walker. And she hasn't let go of the telephone since she got here.
I'd love to know more about you, Frau Wagner.
Oh, there's not much to tell, really. At least, nothing that would change the course of history.
But I'm sure you've had an eventful life, haven't you?
Well, I was born just after the war in Wagen, and I've never left. I opened this place and ran it with my husband until he died a few years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You see, nothing to write home about. Then again, we were never ones for excitement, really. But we were happy, my husband and I.
The room's just perfect. Thank you so much.
There's no need to thank me, Miss Walker. It's my job to make sure my guests are comfortable. And it's not every day we get a young American lady on a motorbike in the middle of the night looking for a mysterious shop. It makes me feel like I'm in a detective novel.
I have a few questions about Wagen.
Good, because if you'd asked me about the latest scientific discovery, I'd have to say pass. But if it's about Wagen, then you've come to the right person, my dear.
What can you tell me about the district?
Well, it's one of the oldest districts in Wagen, traditionally working class. Myself and a few of the other relics who live here do try to keep it from modernization and mass tourism as best as we can. Other districts haven't been so careful, and the locals have been forced to leave their district because of rising rent prices.
To be honest, I haven't had much time to find out about Wagen and the surrounding area. What is it I should know?
For one, Wagen is very old, renowned for its charm and culture. As for the surrounding area, it attracts mountain lovers mostly, it being so near to the Swiss Alps, of course. The banks of the Dombra, the longest river in the country, are the delight of summer vacationers.
My, quest here is closely linked to the region of Wagen. Could you tell me a little bit about its history?
I'd be glad to.
The woman I'm looking for must have been about 18 in 1937. Was this an important date in the history of Wagen?
Not that I know of, no. But I'm not much of a historian, and I wasn't even born then. All I know is that the Troubles came the following years, with the Second World War. So that year must have been a boom year for fascist ideology, when the Brown Shadow was still just another party vying for power by preaching hate.
I found out about the woman I'm looking for thanks to a painting that must have been pillaged by the Brown Shadow during World War II.
Doesn't surprise me. Wagen, and by extension all of Ostertal, was annexed and occupied by the fascists just before the war. They sacked, stole, and pillaged everything they could, just like they did in the rest of occupied Europe.
Nothing else comes to mind for the moment. Thank you for your time.
Well, feel free to come back and ask if you have any more questions.
Okay, that's the exit.
If you don't mind, I'm in the middle of a call.
Okay. Well, hopefully.
I can't leave without first locating the shop. I need to use the map and phone book Frau Wagner left in the living room.
Okay. I'm not sure how to complete this puzzle. Let's rule that out. I guess we'll just rule out.
Right. Guess I'd better start looking for shops called Mulo that are likely to sell art supplies.
Oh, but this one has a paintbrush on it.
These three make up a good basis to work from.
Okay.
Let's see if I can rule out a couple using the map.
Okay, so we don't need the sanatorium. This looks familiar. Okay, unfortunately, I don't know.
The musical square. Everyone says it's one of the places you just gotta see in Vagen. Too bad there aren't any Mulo shops there, though.
Oh, let's face it, none of my choices are likely to have sold the painting case.
The district where the guest house is situated. Pity none of the shops are near here.
Actually, let's check that one.
Two of my choices don't feel right, but one of them seems okay at least.
Okay, let's rule out that one. Rule out that one.
The musical square. Everyone says it's one of the places you just gotta see in Vagen.
Okay, so
I'm pretty confident about one of my choices.
okay, how many more places are there?
I'm pretty sure about one of my choices, but I bet I'm wrong about the other ones.
Okay, let's go with that. I don't know. Or maybe those three are the ones that I should check. If it doesn't let me go out, then I'll go back and check those other two.
I can't leave without first locating the shop. I need to use the map and phone book Frau Wagner left in the living room.
Okay, so let's check the two. Should just be able to bring the map with, but that's okay.
Two of my choices don't feel right, but one of them seems okay at least.
All right, hopefully it'll let us.
I can't leave without first locating the shop. I need to use the map and phone book Frau Wagner left in the living room.
Yeah, I don't know.
I should stick with 3 choices. Checking more locations would be too much. I'm pretty confident about one of my choices.
Hmm.
I should stick with 3 choices. 2 of my choices don't feel right, but one of them seems okay at least. I'm pretty sure about one of my choices, but I bet I'm wrong about the other ones. I should stick with 3 choices. I should stick with 3 choices. I should stick with 3 choices. Checking more locations would be too much. None of my choices seem right. I better try something else.
Okay, none of the choices seem right now. Okay.
The musical square. Everyone says it's one of the places you just got.
Actually,
On second thought, it looks all wrong. Let's try some different choices.
okay, it looks all wrong now.
I'm pretty confident about one of my choices. Oh, let's face it, none of my choices are likely to have sold the painting case. None of my choices seem right. I better try something else.
The musical square. Everyone says it's one of the places you just gotta see in Vagen. Too bad there aren't any Mudo shops there, though.
On second thought, it looks all wrong. Let's try some different choices.
The district where the guest house is situated.
Two of my choices don't feel right, but one of them seems okay at least.
Okay, one of them seems okay. Let's rule out that one. Let's check that one.
I'm pretty sure about one of my choices, but I bet I'm wrong about the other ones. Oh, let's face it, none of my choices are likely to have sold the painting case. I should start over.
The musical square. Everyone says it's one of the places you just...
On second thought, it looks all wrong. Let's try some different choices. I'm pretty confident about one of my choices.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure this one is okay.
Two of my choices don't feel right, but one of them seems okay at least.
The musical square. Everyone says it's one of the places you just gotta see in Vagen. Too bad...
I'm pretty sure about one of my choices. Two of my choices don't feel right, but... I'm pretty confident about one of my Two of my choices don't feel right. I'm pretty sure about one of my...
Okay, I'm having trouble with this.
Two of my choices don't feel right. I'm pretty confident of
the district where the guest house is situated.
Two of my choices don't feel... I'm pretty sure about one of my choices, but I bet I... Two of my choices don't feel right, but one of them seems okay at least.
The musical square. Everyone says it's one of the places you just gotta see in Vagen. Too bad there aren't any Mudo shops there, though.
One of my choices feels off. I should change it.
Okay, one of the choices now, so...
I nailed it for two of my choices, I think. I just need to change the wrong one.
The musical square. Everyone says it's one of the places you just gotta see in Vagen.
Looks like I'm almost there. I just need to check one of my choices. Something doesn't feel right. I'm pretty confident about one of my choices. Two of my choices don't feel right, but one of... One of my choices feels off. I should change it.
I don't get this.
I nailed it for two of my choices, I think. I just need...
The musical square. Everyone says it's one of the...
Looks like I'm almost there. I just need to check one of my choices. Something doesn't. One of my choices feels off.
Okay, I don't get this.
Looks like I'm almost there. I nailed it for two of my choices. One of my choices feels. Looks like I'm almost there. I nailed it for two of my choices, I think. One of my choices feels.
The district where the guest house is situated. Pity none of the shop.
Looks like I'm almost there. Okay. So these three shops are the most likely to have sold the painting case. I need to pick the right one now.
Okay, so hopefully that does it. I'll know if we're able to exit.
I can't leave without first locating the shop.
Oh my
I
goodness.
need to use the map and phone book Frau Wagner left in the living room.
Okay, so I think the map is correct. So let's check the phone book, but I seriously don't know. Wait, how did we get to the phone book? Okay, this is a bit frustrating. I thought there was a place that I could flip back to the phone book.
Feels risky to pick the Müller shop in this district. It seems to have changed a lot.
Okay.
No doubt about it. This antique shop is probably my best shot. Better hang on to the address.
Okay, that took forever. The page I tore out of the phone book at the guest house, it indicates that the Müller shop Schon und Müller und Schon shop can be found at the Antiques District in Wagen.
I really ought to go and show the painting to the antique dealer now. Maybe Frau Wagner can tell me how to get there.
Have a nice day, Miss Walker.
Pity Wagner is practically all pedestrian. After all those months on the road, I've gotten kind of fond of that old bike.
Okay, looks like we're walking then. Oh, come on. Come on. This way, Kate. none of this looks all that familiar.
Must be the botanical gardens. Too bad it's closed.
All right, it's probably going to take us to the botanical gardens sometime then.
This district is just so beautiful.
Okay, there should be a way to exit out of those cutscenes. Okay, it's not letting me up there. Actually, can I go this way? I thought this was... Nope. Okay, so that's not it. Okay, so it looks like we can travel there. Let's go back. We'll just see if we can find something else. Oh. Okay, I guess not. Can we go across the street? Nope. Okay. Go ahead. Oh! Come on. That is annoying. All these little side quests that I'm missing out on. Needs to be a little bit more obvious. I mean, seems like I checked everything.
Have you heard what the Thor uncovered up in the mountain?
At Devil's Pass, you mean? I did hear something on the news before coming out. What's the latest then?
They reckon they found remains dating back to World War II, when Alpine resistance networks led refugees across into Switzerland. Nasty times were those.
Yes, not the best times in our history, were they?
Okay. Explore the stalls before you talk to the antiques dealer. Hopefully we can get some of these side quests. Further surprising finds in clandestine salt mine. Investigations into the clandestine salt mine discovered in the Iron Tiger region after a tip off have taken a surprising turn. We previously reported the incredible discovery of a brown shadow treasure train in the salt mine, along with the slave labor force housed in rudimentary underground cells. Police investigators have now unearthed a collection of invaluable artifacts, along with a store of mammoth ivory deemed of major significance by anthropologists around the world. Experts hope that carbon dating will confirm they are from Neolithic times, in which case these finds will prove the existence of a mythical East European empire corresponding to Great Russia. Furthermore, it has been confirmed that the laborers used to dig out the invaluable artifacts were abducted by an Eastern European fascist militia. This militia thus provided the owners with a constant supply of slaves. During a press conference, Chief Inspector Victor Polinsky said, "These astonishing finds confirm accounts from forced workers that the criminal excavation venture was set up following the permafrost thaw. The permafrost, thought to have been in existence for 6,000 years, has been slowly melting due to the effects of global warming. To what end the owners were intent on excavating the invaluable artifacts and resources is not yet known."
Typical of the town, judging from what I've seen so far of the architecture here. An antique shop, but not the one I'm looking for.
Miller's? Oh, straight ahead, Fraulein. You can't miss it.
Okay, I hope I'm not gonna. Hope I'm not gonna miss anything, and I hope that's not it.
Müller und Söhne? It's just over there, on the next corner.
Okay, so on the next corner. So it looks like I can look at this point of interest.
No, that isn't the antique shop I'm looking for.
Okay, so this is Müller und Schonen. Okay, so I need to keep exploring. Hopefully I'll get this side quest.
Even Simon Steiner wouldn't have done any better. I hope he and his granddaughter are okay.
I don't really see anything else. We were able to go up, so let's go up.
That reminds me of the Souk of the Yukels. I really miss not traveling with them sometimes.
What an authentic district. Brings up memories, too. But I should focus on the Muller shop now.
Okay, I feel like I should go up first.
The top brands have nonetheless managed to get a foothold in the district. Müller und Söhne. Muller and Son. This must be the place. I thought as much. So, Hans was here in Wagen after all. That hallmark on that sphere proves it. Wonder what that automaton was used for. I have to get a closer look. Well, that is if someone lets me in. Inventory day. Ring 3 times for urgent matters.
You rang?
Yes. Sorry to bother you.
Hello. I mean, guten Tag. Herr Müller?
Guten Tag, Fräulein. I am stock taking, if you will.
Oh, sorry to disturb you, but if you don't mind, I'd like to show you a painting.
A painting?
Yes, of someone I'm looking for. A girl who apparently looked like me.
Well, I'm rather busy. But all right. Show me.
You see? It has the name of your shop on it.
Yes, the label certainly comes from here. It's very old, though.
It's the only clue I have as to the whereabouts of the girl.
I see.
My guess is whoever owned the painting must have been a client of the shop before the painting was stolen by the Brown Shadow during the Second World War.
That's all very possible. That was when the shop sold materials for artists. As you can see, we don't sell that type of article anymore. Do you mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. Do you know anything about the artist?
Well, I'd say the style is close to the naturalist school, which makes sense given the date on it. The signature is very faint. From what I can make of it... No, the name doesn't ring a bell. Sorry, Fraulein.
I've been told I look like the model in the painting. A slight exaggeration, no doubt. But is there any chance that you know who she could have been?
There's no exaggeration, Fräulein. Indeed, she does look like you. But I'm sorry, I've never seen her before.
How could the case have come from your shop?
Going by the date, the painting must have been done in my grandfather's day. Back then, the shop sold materials for art, and this type of case would have been used to protect a painting. Or to carry documents, a manuscript, or even sheet music. Apart from that, there's not much else I can tell you.
Pity. You were my last hope.
I can tell you where it was painted, though, if it's any help.
Oh?
Yes, I'm certain. That's the refuge at the Silberspiegel. You can make out the mountain circus in the background. It overlooks Wagen and leads to the Swiss border.
Right.
You can get there by the tramway. Just head southeast and get off at the end of the line.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Mind you, there's quite a hike from the station to the refuge.
Oh, I'll manage.
Anything else, Fräulein?
Actually, there is. I noticed an object in your window there. A strange metal sphere which might work with an automaton mechanical heart I have.
Yes, it's an authentic Vorarlberg.
Do you mind if I try it?
No, not at all. Let me get it for you. Here you go.
Thanks. It moved. Maybe it can be opened. Something's obstructing it. Looks like there's something underneath its scales. Wrong one. Ugh, I need to start over. Wrong one. Ugh, I need to start over. Wrong one. Ugh, I need to start over.
Okay, 5.
Wrong one. Ugh, I need to start over. Wrong one. Ugh, I need to start over.
Okay, so 3.
Wrong one. Ugh,
Wait.
I need to start over.
3.
Wrong one. Ugh, I need to start over. Wrong one. Ugh, I need to start over.
Okay, 3.
Wrong one. Ugh, I need to start over.
Okay, 3.
Hans's logo.
293670. 2. 9. 3. 6. 7. 0.
A Vorarlberg lock. That doesn't work. Wrong one. No. Impossible. Better try something else.
Sorry, Fraulein, but I can't help. I'm not familiar with objects of such mechanical precision.
Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to find something.
I'm not leaving before I check out that sphere.
Okay, I don't know. Don't know what I'm looking for here. Oh, okay. There we go.
A Vorarlberg key.
Okay, very clever.
Fascinating.
It's an armadillo.
Oscar? Oscar, can you hear me?
Hello, Kate Walker.
Oscar, I'm so glad you're back among the living.
Delighted to see you too, Kate Walker. But I seem to have an internal management issue. This host body's instincts seem to be at odds with me, and...
Oscar, is everything all right? Oscar? Oscar, come back!
Oh dear, I can't control myself. Help! Please, Kate Walker, help me.
Oscar, where are you going?
I can't help it, Kate Walker. It's taking me away.
Oscar! Wait! Come back!
I am out of control, Kate Walker. Help!
Hey, what the?
Kate Walker! Help!
Oscar! Wait!
That thing is crazy.
Oscar! Have you seen an automaton? Like a small animal.
Oh, I sure did. The little bugger just rushed inside this coffer.
Hang on, Oscar. Just stay where you are, okay?
That shouldn't be a problem given the situation, Kate Walker. But please hurry. This host body's instincts are fighting me for control.
Well, do you have the key?
Oh, I have plenty on my stall. Please feel free to find the right one, and then get the hell out of here with that pet of yours.
I guess it could open the coffer. Well, this one could work with the coffer. I guess. That one could be as good as any.
Okay. It's probably this one.
Could be this one. Or another. Oh, come on, there must be a way to see which key is the right one for the coffer.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to try them, right? Looks like it has kind of a heart-shaped motif, so let's try it out.
This is the one. Ah, there you... Oscar! No! Don't! Oscar, don't move. Nothing here. Ah, there you are.
My apologies, Kate Walker, but it seems I am unable to take over this body's instincts. It won't budge.
Hang in there, Oscar. I'll find something to force it out. I mean, you out. Whatever. You know what I mean.
Please hurry, Kate Walker!
No, I can't use that. Hey, wait a second.
Kate Walker, what are you...
Sorry, Oscar. It's all I could come up with. You need to fight it, Oscar.
Help!
Okay, this is getting a little bit crazy.
Fight it, Oscar.
But I can't!
Okay, where did it go?
You can do it, Oscar. I know you can. He's trapped in a dead end. I got him now.
Okay, so do I have to go down then, I'm guessing? Did he go this way?
Oscar, what are you doing?
I am unable to control the beast's infernal instinct. Help me, Kate Walker.
Okay, calm down. Good boy. Nice and easy. That a boy. Come here. Who's my boy? Come here now. Oh, he's such a good boy. Come on. Who wants a treat? If you come now, I'll give you a treat. Come here now. Oscar! Oscar, don't! Oscar! Oscar, please! Come back! I need you!
Okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to follow this storm drain. Oh, crap. Oh, no. That means that I completed it. It didn't X out. Okay. So let's see if we can follow the storm drain pattern. Okay, so go back and see Mueller.
Herr Muller said to take the tram to get to the refuge. No, not again. Not Oscar. Oh, darn it, why do I have to lose everyone I love?
So, couldn't you catch it?
No, sorry. I lost your Vorarlberg sphere.
Oh, forget it. Nobody wanted it anyway. And it was taking up window space. Automatons don't fascinate people like they used to. I imagine you're the only one who will notice it's gone.
It's a terrible loss indeed. More than I could say. But thanks for all your help anyway.
You are very welcome. Good day to you, Fraulein.
Thank you, Herr Müller. I'm off to the mountain refuge you told me about. Good day. Come on, Kate. Herr Müller gave you all the pieces of information you needed. And Oscar must be long gone now. Better move on to the tram.
Says better move on to the tram, but I feel like we shouldn't.
Can't be this way.
What the hell was that thing?
What the hell is my broom doing here?
The damn thing is on the loose, huh?
Well, are you all right, Fraulein?
Okay. I'm hoping that Oscar is going to come back up and that I'm not like missing something. Okay. It's quite a cool little tram. All right, reach the refuge. Oop, nope.
No one here. Hardly surprising. Not exactly welcoming. No one here. Hardly surprising.
No, I didn't want to exit.
No one here. Hardly surprising. Thanks, but no thanks. Ah, how nice.
Okay, so that's how we're gonna travel back.
The refuge must have been a popular destination for vacationers.
Okay, there's gotta be something. Okay, maybe not. It's probably gonna dead end us here as well. Oh, actually, we can cross. I feel like since we can walk around, should be something over here.
When was the last time anyone was here?
I guess there's nothing here to look at. All right, let's continue on our way here. Introspection.
It's so beautiful, so calm. But what am I doing here? Well, they say bad things come in threes. First Mother's death, then poor Katusha, and now Oscar. I can't believe I've lost him again. Am I doomed or what? Thank goodness I've still got the girl in the painting. Something to hang my hopes on. But maybe I'm just kidding myself. And why me? Why not Katusha? Why did she have to die? It's like this painting has chosen me. Oh, it's a beautiful place. Don't know what I expect to find here, though. Yet somehow it feels right. Can't say why. I mean, why am I so sure this mountain refuge has anything to do with the painting? Maybe I'm just a hopeless optimist, or a lost dreamer. I guess there's only one way to find out.
Okay, so there was a guy looking at us from up here somewhere, so I hope he's not going to be too much of a problem. Okay, nothing really to look up there, so let's move up the path.
Herr Müller was right. It's quite a walk to the refuge. Well, I guess the sooner I head out, the sooner I get there.
7.5 kilometers. That's like, what, 5 miles-ish? Okay, admire the view before you set off again. See if we can get this little side quest. I've been missing a lot of them for some reason. Okay, so hopefully this will be the observation point.
Bit too close to the edge, if you ask me. I should find a safer spot.
Are you kidding?
Wow, what a fantastic view. I should try and find a better spot to admire it from. That is stunning. If what I read about the region is true, Switzerland should be nearby, on the other side of those mountains. Oh, man. I guess that's the refuge, way over there. Oh well, better get going.
Okay, so it looks like those are, oh, maybe one more down here. I thought I saw something pop up. Maybe not. 1, 2, 3. I really thought I saw something pop up there. Okay, well, hopefully that will get that little side quest. Okay, I did. Wonder if I can go through there. Nope.
better be careful here. Too many fallen trees and wobbly rocks for my liking. What the hell was that?
Okay, inspect the Resistance Fighter Memorial. Looked like there was something back there as well.
Looks like all sorts of wild animals live in these mountains. Hiking tips? Thanks, but I think I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Okay, I'm not gonna read this part. Oops. This particular one. Okay, I'm gonna go back here first because I think that this is where the memorial was.
Now, what do we have here?
Okay, got the memorial.
In memory of all mountain resistance fighters. Too bad I can't take a break. That would have been a nice place to sit for a minute.
Let's come back this way just in case there's something over here. Oh, doesn't look like it. Although I have missed quite a few things. Alright, I get it. It's a waterfall. Yeah, I really like the graphics in this game, especially for like a game from the early
Well,
2000s.
that was one heck of a walk.
Oh, great.
Oh, come on. A ladder now?
I don't see anything else.
Okay, let's just do this.
Okay, hold left click and move the cursor to progress. One of these things is going to give out, I'm so sure.
Pretty sure there must be another way. Oh.
How'd they get all the building supplies up here if they had to get the ladder? Okay, Boggin Mountains, Silver Spiegel Refuge.
Finally. Oh. That must provide energy to the refuge. seen that before. That must be it.
Okay, I'm guessing we could probably use that telescope there.
Now I should try to find a matching point somewhere.
Okay, Sharp's Peak. Okay, nothing else.
Those sharp peaks, they look exactly the same.
Okay, so it looks like there's going to be points at a time.
Just what I was looking for. Perfect.
Okay, this little puzzle is not the most entertaining.
No matching points here. I should try something else.
Okay, there's the hill.
No, it doesn't match.
Oh.
Okay.
There we go.
A lot of rocks over there, and in the painting. But I need some more specific comparison points.
Heart-shaped rock wall.
That rock wall, it can't be a coincidence. Wow, hardly changed at all.
Breathtaking, isn't it, Fräulein?
Beautiful.
It is called the Silberspiegel, our local pride.
I wonder if that lady's
Judging
the
from
one
my painting,
that we're
it
looking
wasn't
for.
that different 60 years ago. Ma'am, is everything all right?
Yep, that's her.
Yes. It's just that you look very much like the person in the picture, Fräulein.
So, you do know her then, don't you?
Yeah, because it's her.
Can't say I don't, but it was a very long time ago.
Actually, I've come a very long way to find out about her. I would really like to know who she is, or was. It's very important to me, you see.
And why is that, Fräulein?
For a start, I've lost everything, including people very dear to me. I think you know what that is, right? And the girl in the picture has given me a reason to go on. It might sound strange, but it's like some kind of calling.
I see. By the way, what is your name?
Oh, Walker. Kate Walker.
I am Lenny Renner.
Nice to meet you, Frau Lenny.
So...
Demoiselle, my dear. My legs never did manage to get me to church in time.
Oh, Demoiselle Lenny.
Well, Fräulein Walker, 1937, you say? Ah, that was before the war, when I could still run like the fawn wind. Father was the manager in those days. It was one summer evening that the whole story of your painting began. I remember it like it was yesterday. A group of scientists were staying at the refuge to prepare for an expedition to some faraway place in the east. They were being trained by a local alpinist who was to guide them. His name was Leon Kabatis. Oh, handsome as a Greek god he was, and an Olympic champion no less, very popular with the ladies. And he was lovely to me. would give me a wink and a smile whenever I served him his beer. "Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny," he would say, in French, if you please. Made me feel like a proper little madam. But then Frau Junter would always shoo me away.
Frau Junter?
Must have been in her mid-20s. But of course, to me, she was an old hag. Past it. And I didn't like the way she bossed my Leon around with that camera of hers. The refuge was buzzing. Everyone was jolly. And the scientists were there, debating as usual about this and that. A cheerful bunch, really, despite their disputes. Except, that is, for one, Frank Hoss was his name. Preferred his own company. Though I could see, even with my young eyes, he was devious as the devil.
But what about the girl in the picture?
Well, she was there that evening too. She had come to work through the summer. Her name was Dana. Dana Rose.
Oh, that's the girl in the picture.
Ah, she was as cute as a button and well-mannered with it. Even father was sweet as a lamb to her.
Take care of the scientist drinks, then go around taking orders. And have a look at the stove while you're at it.
Yes, Herr Gustav.
Will you be all right now, Dana? It's the first busy night since you started, so just ask if there's anything you need to know. All right, my lovely?
Let's go with I'll be fine.
Thank you, Herr Gustav, but it looks pretty straightforward. I'll be fine.
That's the girl. Off you trot then, my lovely. Keep smiling, and you'll have them carrying your tray for you.
I need to serve those drinks to the scientists.
Okay. Ein Spitze und Birne. 2 Nebel. Nebel. Okay. I do not speak German, so. Okay, so prepare and serve the scientist's order. So where do I...
What a strange mechanism. It reminds me of the automatons on the musical square.
Things are getting a little choppy here. I'm not sure why.
Those paintings. I think Herr Gustav wanted me to help him choose the one he should buy. He must have left me a note somewhere.
Okay, I'm just gonna look at these real quick. Not like it actually does anything in this particular game. Donna, I have a little favor to ask you. Young Leon the alpinist is trying to fob me off with one of his paintings. Does them in his spare time. I grant you that they might not be masterpieces, but they're well painted. At least I can see what they are, and I would be dead chuffed to hang one up on my wall. Besides, Leon's a decent lad and brings in the customers. So I thought, as your father sells them, and I know sod all, I'd ask you to choose, okay?
I should take a closer look at those paintings before choosing one.
Kind of like that waterfall. Yeah, I think the waterfall.
I think I'll pick this one. So glad Herr Gustav likes me to play for the clients. This way, at least, I won't get rusty.
Okay, I'm not sure. Here, let's go upstairs just to
There's
see
no one
what's
to
up.
serve upstairs.
Okay.
And besides, there's still much to do down here. I don't want to let Herr Gustav down.
All right, let's talk to
I
these.
should go on the other side of the counter. Those drinks won't get served by themselves.
Okay. Okay, so Einspitze. What was Einspitze? Birne.
I need to serve those drinks to the scientists. Birne, huh?
Do I need to grab a glass or something?
According to my order, I shouldn't be adding Nebel to the stein. Birne, huh?
Oh, server pint. There we go.
The keg's empty. I need to change it.
Of course you do. Do I need to move that? Okay, I guess not.
That should be it. Let's serve these gentlemen now.
Oh, go on.
No, we'll have to go higher, I'm telling you.
But my point is that it's highly improbable that any primate will be able to survive so high up, let alone thrive.
And if they were thriving, we wouldn't be looking for them, would we? I say they've taken to the higher ground, and they only come down to steal livestock and game.
Look out, chaps.
Gentlemen, your drinks?
Ah, good on you, lassie. Horst, make yourself useful and pass these around. First day, is it? Better make a wish then.
All right, I will. I wish you would tell me what all those maps are for.
Ah, that I can grant you. They show all the different locations of an expedition we're planning.
And what's that one of, if you don't mind me asking?
That is Baltayar, a remote region in the mountains of northern China. That's where I'll be leading my team in a couple of weeks.
And what's this expedition for?
Well, keep it to yourself, but the code name is Origin. And if I have my way, it will likely change the way we perceive humanity.
I see you haven't come just for the view then.
Oh no, Fraulein. We're only here for the beer and a pretty smile. That's our trainer out there. Supposed to knock this scraggly lot into shape for the big climb in Baltayar.
Right. And what about you, gentlemen?
Well, let me introduce you to my dream team. Horst Sauer, talented anthropologist and frequent but worthy pain in the ass to your mother. Rudolf Jäger, distinguished ethnologist. And last but not least, Albert Bauer,
Paleontologist.
And yourself?
Reinhard Berger, biologist.
As Herr Berger says, we're here to train for the Origin expedition.
In return for funding for our own projects back home.
And for the love of science, eh, Horst?
Oh, yes, of course, Herr Berger. I'm sure none of us would be here otherwise, would we?
And what about you, my lovely?
Oh, I'm Dana. I'm working here during the holidays, that's all. curious to know what this origin expedition is all about, though. If it's not top secret, that is.
Put it this way, Fraulein Dana. If, when we discover what we're looking for, you will no doubt remember this conversation as your claim to fame. You will tell your grandchildren that you served the Origin team, the team that discovered none other than the missing link of the superior race of humans, the Australopithecus habilis, the direct ancestor of Homo sapiens. Or, more vulgarly put, the abominable snowman.
Oh, I see. Now I get why it's called Origin.
Whatever we find, whatever we call it, it's likely to send shockwaves all through the world of anthropology. It will help us to explain how we evolved from Australopithecus to modern man, and then became...
He's off again. Get him started on anthropology and he's like a bolted horse. I don't think Fraulein Dana wants you to clobber her with your explanations, Horst.
I might only be a waitress, but actually I find it quite interesting.
Well, Fräulein, the Origin expedition could lead us to a totally new series of studies, or even reveal a new mode of tribal organization, or a micro-society, by the discovery of a specimen that may well have played a major role in the evolution of modern man.
Come, gentlemen, here's to the Brown Shadow for generously sponsoring this expedition, which is sure to redefine our understanding of mankind.
Oh, I see we're fraternizing with the personnel, gentlemen.
Just giving a toast to our generous sponsor, Herr Hertz.
May I remind you that this mission, financed by my party, is confidential? Do you know what that means, Dr. Berger?
Yes, Herr Hertz.
It means, gentlemen, it is strictly forbidden to communicate any details or objectives to anyone outside our circle, let alone to the first waitress to come by twinkling her eyelashes. Fraulein, as soon as you're done here, I suggest you get back to your chores.
What a brute.
That is one of the inconveniences of working with a heavily politicized private sponsor. But he's just doing his job. And I suppose, like anything else in life, there has to be some compromise to get what one desires. So, think nothing of it, Fraulein. It is the way of science. Indeed, it is the way of the world.
The way of the world, Herr Berger? I'm sorry, but in case you do not know, let me tell you what members of the Brown Shadow do to Vagarans like me. They smash windows. They assault innocent people for no reason at all. They are fascists and criminals, Herr Berger. With all due respect, don't you feel ashamed to be associated with such tyrants?
I would be careful when expressing such extreme accusations, Fraulein. There are always overzealous members of any party, always have been. And even so, we are not politicians. We do not claim to save humanity. Our job is to explain how it came about. Why, if the scientific community had to halt progress at every political crossroads, then humanity would never have advanced any further than Homo erectus.
Dana! Dana! Chop chop! This isn't a French parlor, my girl.
Yes, Herr Gustav. I'd better go. Thank you, gentlemen.
I don't know if choices in this game necessarily make any difference. Okay, where do I take this now?
Right, my lovely. Pop out, take the orders on the terrace, and then we can take a breather.
Leon, dear, do make an effort.
Lenny, sweetheart?
Crikey, you nearly made me jump out of my skin.
What have you got there?
Oh, it's a camera lens, that's all.
A camera lens?
Yeah? Borrowed it from Frau Junta.
Who is this Frau Junta, anyway?
Ginger Junta, over there.
She married?
Oh no, too old to marry now. She's way past 20, you know. That's why she likes filming Leon, because he's young and handsome.
Lenny?
And she never lets me have a go of her gear anyway. I only wanted to help her film something. I bet she's jealous.
Lenny, what's so special about Frau Junta's equipment that makes you want to steal it?
Borrow it.
All right, borrow it.
Can't you see? Who would be interested in Ginger Junta if she didn't have a camera, huh? She's too old for Leon. She uses it so she can be the center of attention, you know.
Is that what you want?
No, not exactly. Besides, there's nothing to do here.
I do understand, Lenny, but...
No, you don't. Feels like a prison here sometimes, all on my own. When I grow up, I'll live at the top of a building in the big city, and I'll have a swimming pool on my roof.
Believe me, I do understand, Lenny. Because of my coughing fits, I've sometimes had to stay in my room for weeks on end. Imagine that, nothing to see but the same four walls.
Oh, right. Must have been pretty tough, I guess.
That's why I took up the piano. Do you like doing anything special, Lenny?
I suppose I like making stuff with Papa. He's got ever such clever hands, you know. But he's always so busy in the summer.
Let's be friends then, shall we?
You won't tell on me then?
Not now that we're friends.
You promise?
I promise.
A bit more to the side, darling, please.
Another creation of Herr Gustav. I guess he won't mind if I take a quick look. The Silberspiegel, the heart-shaped rock face that gave its name to the refuge. According to Herr Gustav, only the most seasoned alpinists can climb it. The highest peak in the region. Little Lenny said that it's the keeper of the border with Switzerland, and that it's supposed to feed on the souls of those who have been swept away by the mountain. Madonna laces. This path leads to Switzerland. One The Devil Pass starts here. The end of the road for an inexperienced hiker like me, I guess.
Come on, Leon. Show me your energy, your youth. Oh dear, you look more like my old Aunt Helga.
All right. Well, it's been about 3.5 hours on the stream. Unfortunately, the game froze about an hour in, and we had to restart the computer. But 3.5 hours seems like a pretty good place to leave it. I'm not exactly sure where the save location was, but I guess we'll see tomorrow when I'm back, 9 a.m. Pacific time, and we'll go to about 1 o'clock. All right, thanks so much for watching. The VOD should be up on YouTube. So hopefully I'll see you next time. All right, thanks so much for watching.